Hey guys, I'm James Elam, and these are Major League Lessons. So guys, this is how, when I go to break down a new lake, this is the most important thing I have. The most important tool that I have are these units, these Lowrance units. I have two HDS 12s, one that I dedicate fully for almost every tournament we go to, side scan, down scan. And then mapping's a huge critical part of what we do. You don't know anything really until you have good mapping. So I utilize, that with a little bit of sonar too. Sonar is really important for seeing bottom hardness and seeing grass and stuff like that, and which I'm seeing a little bit of it here, just kind of sparse. I'm just going through this area and checking it out, and I'm using the C maps from Lowrance to, see the contours, see a little bit what's going on. This allows me to do a lot less fishing and a lot more looking. It cuts time in half when it comes to bass fishing, really. There's just a lot of really neat things about these units. This is my favorite color palette on side scan and down scan. We call it the Halloween palettes. That's by far the best in my opinion. I can see fish with it better, mostly. This is the reason why that, I like it. And it really lights up the hard spots on side scan really bright, so you can see where, there might be a shell bed or a hard bottom. It really makes those things stick out, which is a very important thing, of course, bass fishing. And this is a perfect example. We just came off of the side of a point. There's some brush right there and a couple stumps and stuff like that. And that stuff was all hard bottom. It's really light colored. And now we're just kind of in a depression and a gut. And there's a lot of sediment down there, and there's not a lot of hard rock and stuff. And bass, most of the time, especially if they're feeding, they're going to be on that harder bottom and that nice contour break and all that stuff. If they're out in the middle of the gut, they're probably going to be fairly hard to catch in most lakes, depending on what kind of lake you're on. But that's what you're looking for, is that bottom hardness a lot of times. Another trick too, a really effective way to find grass when there's not a lot of grass around in a lake, but you're trying to find it fast, is just running around on a pad 30 or 40 miles an hour with the sonar on, with the sonar reading, and you'll see that grass when you drive over it. And that's a really effective way of, you can run around in a grid in a mile section and mark the grass lines and stuff like that, and then you can come back and fish it later. And that's something that I do a lot, especially when it's a big area with a lot of grass. I hope this simple little tip helps you be more efficient on the water.